Well, hello, ghouls and ghosts. It's your host, Bob Zombie, and it's that time of year again, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for some Resident Evil rip-offs. And we're doing things a little differently this time around. Instead of doing a compilation video first off and then trickling out my single reviews, I'm going to be doing the single reviews first and then releasing a compilation video at the end of the month. So be sure to look out for that. Anyway, let's start off this year with a bang with what could possibly be the biggest rip-off of them all. It's such a ripoff that it could be considered plagiarism. I mean, if you can't tell by now, this is definitely fucking Jack Baker. I'm gonna put two of these images aside, and you tell me. They're pretty similar. You know, guy with chainsaw. You know, family at a table, kidnapped relative. It all sounds pretty fucking familiar. But the worst part about this game is that the advertisement looks a hell of a lot better than the actual product. So if you actually look at the enlarged image of the app icon, it's honestly just a Photoshop version of their shitty characters in front of the Resident Evil mansion from the remake. Like, I'm not even fucking shitting you. They like stole that shit straight up. The following is the trailer for the game, unedited. Just to give you a little taste of what's to come. You're ready to go PP Pants City with this one. I'll tell you what I'm not afraid of. That whatever that was, the guy in the yellow, the Jack Baker ripoff. That's not as scary. So without further ado, let's jump right on in this and let's have a look at this menu. So you have like this Girl Scout just sitting there waving at you, and that sound clip sounds pretty familiar. It sounds like the same sound they use in like Emily Wants to Play and stuff. Must be like free use or something. I don't know. Yeah, anyway, it looks pretty stupid so far. And as you can see, we have 8 levels to choose from, which is sort of odd for a survival horror game. You don't normally choose your levels, but whatever. This is for Android and iOS. This is not a console game, thank God. It is good to note that this game comes to you at the low price of free. However, this game is full of ads, like a ridiculous amount. It's so much that it's really annoying. Like, it's bad. Like, the amount of fucking ads. No, stop. I don't want to play Final Fantasy 15. No, stop it. And then the worst is when they're just showing off their other shitty game, like the flying assassin. Like, you got this weird Assassin's Creed thing going on, but you can fly apparently. I don't know. These games are sort of getting wacky. Yeah, anyway, the first couple levels are nothing special. You're pretty much just like escaping a room. You find like a key, unlock a door, and honestly, this game looks pretty bland. The controls are alright. They're nothing to write home about. It's just like crappy touchscreen controls, and nothing really happens until like the 3rd or 4th level. You actually have to like hide underneath like this woman, or she'll get you and it's game over and you gotta start again, and then you gotta like grab a brick. And yeah, it's pretty basic. The textures in this game make it kind of hard to figure out where you're going at times. There's this scene where you have to jump on platforms to avoid the electrocuted water. However, it really was hard to find what was a platform and what was water, because it was all just black texture, honestly. It fucking took me a minute. Now, if you're curious on what hardware I'm running this on, I'm using a Google Pixel XL, and if you need the, specs or whatever, you can go look up that on your own thing. But it's a pretty powerful phone. It should be able to run things pretty alright. Just the game kind of sucks. The game sort of focuses on more of a stealth approach rather than an action-y approach. You could throw cans and bricks and shit at your enemies to distract them, although it doesn't really work well as a mechanic, like a lot of the things in the game. You also have like a running button, which is kind of hard to... It's kind of hard to run and move at the same time with the controls, so that sort of sucked. The main aspect of the game is you're trying to find your brother from the cannibal family, although there's no intro to speak of this. It's just what I found out on the app page, so take that as you will. There's no real like story structure. I didn't fully get through the game, to be honest with you. I got up to the segment where you have to, I don't know, shine your light on this lady when you hear her footsteps. That was the whole gimmick of it. But the game cheated, and I was shining my light on her, and she still attacked me anyway. And I don't want to do this anymore. But let's look at probably the best moment of this game, which is the Jack Baker scene. So you're trying to find a way through like this mental facility, although the game says it's a mansion. So is it a mansion or a mental facility? I don't really know. This game needs to make up its mind. And out of nowhere, it's like, he is coming. Grab a can to distract him or run around from him or whatever. And it's just this guy with a fucking chainsaw. It's Jack Baker. It's definitely the ripoff of Jack Baker. But he's got like a fucking chainsaw like near his fucking face. Like his arms are like going through and he looks all glitched out and shit. And I was just like, what in the actual fuck is going on here? I literally defeated Bizarro Jack Baker with a fucking can. An empty can. It wasn't even a full can of soda. That shit was empty as fuck. I knocked his ass out and ran past him and I beat the level. And that was it. It was sort of a beautiful moment. This game is laughably bad. And it's amazing that they're not getting sued. It's amazing they don't get sued. It's amazing that the people that like publish like an all new generation of Pokemon comes to Android. And it's like they definitely like use the models and everything from Pokemon in their fucking ads, but somehow they're still up. But not the fan projects, which is like, what the fuck is Nintendo doing? But that's a whole different rant there. There's not honestly too much to say about this game, if you will. I just sort of wanted to bring it up to you guys' attention. It's bad. If you have a chance, check it out. Tell me what you think. Well, anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Mischief Gaming Show. As always, I'm your host, Bob Zombie, and let me know what you thought about this review in the comments below. I'm really curious if you guys ever heard about this one, and I'll see you next time on the Mischief Gaming Show.